Using a TD Bank CD calculator is an effective way to determine the potential earnings of a certificate of deposit. To get started, it is essential to understand what a certificate of deposit is and how it works. A certificate of deposit is a time deposit offered by banks with a fixed interest rate and maturity date. The first step in using a TD Bank CD calculator is to determine the principal amount you plan to deposit. This is the initial amount of money you will put into the certificate of deposit. Next, you need to decide on the term length, which is the amount of time you are willing to keep your money locked in the certificate of deposit. The interest rate is also a crucial factor to consider. TD Bank offers competitive interest rates for its certificates of deposit, and the rate will depend on the term length and the principal amount. The compounding frequency is another important factor to consider, as it determines how often the interest is added to the principal amount. To use the TD Bank CD calculator, simply enter the principal amount, term length, and interest rate. The calculator will then determine the total interest earned and the future value of the certificate of deposit. It is essential to compare rates and terms from different banks to ensure you are getting the best deal. One of the best practices for using a TD Bank CD calculator is to consider your financial goals and risk tolerance. If you need access to your money quickly, a certificate of deposit may not be the best option, as you will face penalties for early withdrawal. However, if you are looking for a low-risk investment with a fixed return, a certificate of deposit can be a great option. Another best practice is to consider the fees associated with the certificate of deposit. Some banks may charge maintenance fees or early withdrawal penalties, so it is essential to understand these fees before investing. By following these best practices and using the TD Bank CD calculator, you can make informed decisions about your investments and achieve your financial goals.